members present please state their name for the record?
Logan Alexander.
Molly Murphy.
And Taylor Blythe is present. Will all members of the public please state their name?
Power Squad.
Kayla Aurora.
Was it 3 of 6?
305.
It is, yeah. Start at 35.
While we wait, do you guys want to do this presentation? Yeah, Pokemon theme. Look.
That's awesome.
I know. So basically, each executive assistant is assigned to an elected official. So I made it like Pokemon,
awesome.
I choose you.
What?
Yeah. So that's the EVP, and then that's the big, and then that's the
Oh.
MVP.
How long
That is
does
the
that
coolest
take?
thing I've ever seen.
Not that long actually, maybe like an hour. And
That's
then
awesome.
that's me. And then it's like record. I'm very proud of myself.
Wow. Hey, we're gonna give it just 4 more minutes right up until your start time. Thanks. We'll come grab you.
Oh, it's gonna be such a pain. Going around the table.
Hmm?
It's gonna be a pain going around the table with that one.
Just yell like it does.
Hey. Excited for the Senate retreat on Tuesday.
I'm literally shaking. I can't contain myself.
The real.
It's gonna be awesome.
Board squared.
Are you guys bringing anything?
I feel like I kind of have to.
Yeah, I feel like I should, but like
I don't know
really want
what, but I'm gonna try.
I might just go to Publix and get like a little like charcuterie something like that.
Oh, you went with like the basic board.
I mean, is there something else I should go with?
I don't know, maybe I'll bring like a board game.
Good question.
Oh, is it board games?
Isn't it like board square? Do you just bring have a board?
Yeah.
I was trying to get it.
I was just thinking.
Right.
I was trying to have a conversation starter. Like, oh, yeah, I should bring that. That's
Weird is the.
It's super complicated.
Survive. Bring like Settlers of Catan.
What keeps freaking out and trying to get me to log into the pro temp email? But I don't have power anymore.
Isn't the pro temp email picture still Bravo?
No, it was changed.
Oh, it changed?
Yeah.
No, it definitely changed.
Um,
Gremlin.
I remember for like a week it showed Senate President Molly Murphy and it had like Aaron's face on it.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
great. It wouldn't let me change it or like take it out for a while, and then finally when I replaced it, it was like accepting of that, which was
That's nice.
Are you ready?
Yeah. He's like one minute, but
One little video.
You know. John! We're ready for you.
perfect.
Out one.
Yes.
Love
I
it.
have more gifts. Let me reach really far across the table.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. All right. Welcome to your Business Agenda interview. Just to confirm, what seat are you applying for?
I'm applying for the Judiciary Committee seat.
All right, awesome. So how this is gonna go is we're gonna ask you 3 general questions and then a couple technical questions that have to do with your judiciary seat. You're gonna have 4 minutes to answer the general questions and then 1 minute of technical. All right. Do you have any questions for me before we get started? All right. Whenever you're ready. Your first question is, what is your motivation for applying to this seat?
Yeah, no, as with everything, I want to make as with why you want to be in Senate in general. So I want to make a difference on campus. I want the chance to be involved, to meet with some good people, to work with some good people. And I got involved with Senate truly because I think I can make a difference. And I'm still very early on in my Senate career. I just had my first meeting last week, but I believe I want to get more involved in Senate. I want to learn how Senate works more, and I want to be able to put myself in a position where I can make a difference.
What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
Yeah, so Judiciary Committee specifically, I serve as my fraternity's Vice President of Administration. And the biggest thing I do in that role is I check the legality of bills. So people will send me a bill that we are going to vote on, and then I'll review it before I send it out to the chapter to be voted on that next week. And so a big impact I've had across my time in that is we used to get sent bills, and then when they got voted on, we would have to change their writing because they weren't written correctly to go into our standing rules. And so as of the spring semester, I completely wrote a new bill because I didn't like that system, because whatever the chapter votes on, that should be what's put into the bylaws or the standing rules exactly. And so I completely overhauled the way that we put bills into the standing rules so that the chapter knows what they're getting.
Right. And what ideas do you have if you were selected for this role?
Yeah, I don't have, to be honest with you, I don't have like a massive big idea, but I do want to go in there and meet people. I do want to make myself useful, and I want to take the chance to go in there and learn about the committee and how I can assist it. I don't necessarily have a big idea, more of like a plan of action in terms of I want to be helpful, I want to be successful in this role. So let me come in here and tell you what I know, and you tell me what I have to learn to be the best for you.
All right, thank you so much. We're now going to move into the judiciary technical questions. What are the 5 criteria for reviewing all legislation?
That is constitutionality, implication, legality, format, and clarity.
What is the procedure for reviewing legislation in the Judiciary Committee?
Yeah, so first it goes up for 5 minutes of presentation, and then you have 5 minutes of Q&A, and then 5 minutes of debate, and then 2 minutes of final privilege, I believe.
What can the Judiciary Committee move to do legislation besides amend it?
Yeah, so they can pass-fail it, and then they can postpone it and table it.
And the final question I have for you is, do you have any questions for us?
What's something that you learned about Judiciary Committee across your time in the Senate that surprised you a little bit, that you just didn't know as soon as you got into the Senate?
Yeah, for sure. I never served on the Judiciary Committee, even though I've applied multiple times, but it's okay. But I think probably how much they're willing to teach others about how to write legislation. I always assumed that the Judiciary Committee was kind of very much to themselves, and legislation will go through their committee and then we'll go to Senate, and that's the last we would hear from them. But they do provide a lot of information, a lot of teaching about how to be the most successful you can be in Senate, and they're very open group of people that make sure you're as successful and as effective as possible, which is one of my favorite things about the committee.
Yeah, I was on the committee, and I just think like a good understanding of the codes is definitely like vital for being on the committee. I mean, if you
I
haven't
started reading the Constitution
yeah,
recently.
read Constitution, all the codes,
Mhm.
rules and procedures. I think that's huge for being on the committee. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Any other-
I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, thank you for coming in.
You guys have a blessed and wonderful time.
You too.
next one's in person.
All the way around.
Start to track. My calories. Sorry. the most fun meeting ever.
I'm having the best time. Unless you email, then no. But Katie, but we are.
Okay.
If he did, and he's like, I can go at the end, I'm like, obviously you can give him as well, but
Yeah.
at the moment, we can't.
Great.
So now we have until 5 more minutes,
Great.
and that's over the phone.
Just sitting
Very short lives today.
I'm so proud of myself. What are they saying?
Yeah.
They don't care at all. They just want to know who we pick. They don't care.
I'd be like, ooh, like during the meeting.
And that's why I like things.
Is that what you're gonna get though?
No. Camera's gonna be off. Mic's gonna be muted. I'll be talking to myself.
Oh, it's over Zoom too. I hate Zoom.
Me too.
At least it's not a Teams call.
Teams
Yeah.
the best.
Ugh, don't you hate
I
that?
can never figure out how to use it.
Me neither. It's so painful going on those like the Teams and Google Meets, both evil.
I don't think I've ever used Google Meets.
All of those.
It really is. I'm a big person.
The company I work for is like one subcontractor that for some reason likes Google Meets, so I'm just like on Google Meets calls like twice a week.
Yeah.
It's genuinely awful. Like, just use Zoom or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Even Zoom. Like I had a Zoom interview this morning, and it's not the same as in person.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
can
It's not the same, but I mean like it's
It's definitely better than Teams or Google Meets.
yeah, it is what it is. And
Yeah, I'm a big in-person guy.
I just feel like,
I like
if
in person too.
Zoom should only be used if you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
But I think after.
Well, even like the over the phone interviews, sometimes I'm just kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'd rather them be in person, but
Oh yes.
I understand everyone else.
Especially over the summer. Like in the fall.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm seeing something and I'm being confused.
Cool.
There's someone who's applying for a replacement seat that is a summer seat replacement center. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's like applying for a committee, already on a committee.
Okay.
So I'm a little.
I'm confused. Wait, current replacement center is applying for a second replacement seat.
No.
And who would that be?
Kendall.
Maybe it's a permanent seat.
No, says replacement, unless she's trying for the permanent. She's engineering right now, and she's going for off campus, so like,
Oh, so like she doesn't want to be an engineer.
I don't think that that's a thing, no.
And she's a replacement for the summer? You said summer seat? Or for the?
Summer seat. I'm a little confused. How many permanent seats? We have 3 permanent seats and a replacement off campus.
It's, maybe she doesn't realize that she's summer seat. Maybe she doesn't think she's summer.
Maybe. But we're also not interviewing for summer B until next week.
Yeah, so,
So I'm just kind of all around confused if I'm being honest with everyone.
yeah, come on.
But we'll figure it out. I'll get it out.
She didn't apply already.
We have 1 off campus and a replacement. 2.
So are we just gonna tell her like, hey, you don't have to finish? Awesome.
And no off campus. Seat replacements. 1B, we're not doing 1. 2B.
Who's the B?
2B. Josh Gadget and Aaron Josh. Love that guy.
Yeah.
It's Billy, right? My boy. Really young.
I don't trust people with weight.
Need to figure out a nickname for Logan ASAP.
What's your middle name?
Oh.
Chill.
We'll come back to
It's not
that.
gonna work.
We're gonna go back to
It's my grandpa's name.
Okay,
that.
ready?
Oh, what a nice name. This one is the last name.
Hi, this is Taylor Blythe with the Replacement and Agenda Committee calling about your interview.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Before we begin, could you state your name and what seat you're applying for?
Billy Fold, off-campus permanent seat.
All right, awesome. How are you doing today, Billy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So how this is gonna go, it's gonna be a 5-minute interview, and we're gonna ask you 3 general questions about basically your experience in this role. So we're gonna begin if you're ready.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Your first question is, what are your motivations for applying for the Student Senate?
Yeah. So like coming to college, this isn't really something like I thought I would want to do. I didn't really care about politics coming into this. I'm not really into that. But I had a lot of friends that did it, and we're talking about it, and I realized it's something I didn't really know that much about. And so I talked to Cole Bennett about it, and he really recommended being an ambassador and kind of like getting to know how student government works. And I did that in the spring, and I kind of realized I really liked it. I realized I thought that student government was going to be a lot of like really focused on like cabling and like competition and really trying to like beat the other party. And I realized it really wasn't like that, and it was actually about improving student life. And I really liked that, and I thought it was something I wanted to get a bigger role in and be a part of.
What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
Yeah, in high school, for 2 years, I worked as a treasurer for this nonprofit called Once Upon a Room, where just like managing all the resources of like for these children. I think that really helps me. Will help me in this role.
What ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
My idea is really focused on like I wanna make student government much more accessible to the student bodies. I feel like a lot of people I talk to have no idea how student government works or really what it does. So I really want to use INC to post about what student government does. Like one of my biggest ideas was like the day in the life, but in the day in the life it would like follow a bill like being implemented, where like you start like with one of the like meetings in the morning that like whether you would go over the bill, like someone was talking to Logan about it, and then going all the way up into the chambers.
Right, and the last question I have for you is, do you have any questions for us?
I do not.
All right, thank you so much for coming into your interview, and we will get back with you shortly. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
Okay.
Same person?
Is it Pooja? You wanna use it?
It's fine.
Hello.
Hi, this is Taylor Blythe with the Replacement and Agenda Committee calling about your interview. How are you this afternoon?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Just for our records, could you state your name and which seat that you're applying for?
Pujan Patel, and I'm applying to the permanent off-campus seat.
All right, Pujan, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So how this is going to go is going to be a 5-minute interview, and we're just going to ask you 3 questions about why you want to be a part of the Student Senate. Are you ready to begin your interview?
Yes.
All right. Your first question is, what are your motivations for applying to the Student Senate?
I was fortunate enough to be a summer replacement senator for this summer term. But as I have gained familiarity with the Senate's process, I've come to realize that achieving my full aspirations in Senate would not be entirely possible in the summer term. So I'd like to continue past the summer term and then the fall to hopefully see through whatever I'd like to begin in the summer.
What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
And again, being a summer senator, I'm familiar with things that most people, when they think of that Senate, aren't, like constituency and caucuses and how all the committees work and where things get reported to, which members of the Senate, and how to reach out to people across the chamber, things like that.
What ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
One thing that I really would like to see be worked on by myself and other members of the chamber would be negotiating with the UAA to allow students to camp out for basketball games and kind of embrace that campus culture of UF being a basketball school. You look at the Duke game that just got announced in December. That one's gonna have a lot of people wanting to go to that. I think it would be pretty cool to see people camping out during a time like that.
Okay. And the final question I have for you is, do you have any questions for us?
No, I do not. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for coming into your interview, and we will get back to you shortly. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much. You as well.
Quick interviews.
Period.
Yeah, like, you don't usually breeze through this fast.
Yeah. It's a
She's leading small group right now. Oh, I think she's coming in person.
She's gonna leave pretty.
I mean, she didn't submit a phone interview.
Okay.
She was asking about it. She's like, should I come in person and change during the small group? I was like,
Honestly?
No, come in.
I said
come in the
whatever
preview
suits
stuff.
you.
Yes.
I like that.
I know, I wanted her to come in the polo and the khaki.
I feel like that's very
It's
understandable.
technically business casual.
If it was anyone else, I'd be like,
The length of skirt that I wore was not appropriate for the workplace. In like a professional sense, it was very appropriate generally.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows.
Tyler, did you go through the agenda like I asked you to do earlier? The minutes for the last few months?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did that, alright. Can you email me the file you did for that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, thanks, Tyler.
Wait, guys. Did we?
Hmm?
I think we might have done it really dumb. We did.
What happened?
Reese is not in person, he's over the phone.
oh, cool. Okay.
Do we have time right now?
Yeah, we have 5 minutes. That's good. Okay.
Whoops. Happens. Okay.
Sorry about that, Reese. Okay. So maybe we do.
Mind you.
You're such a believer. Okay.
I don't know how we did that, actually.
I'll see if this person is available.
Taylor Blythe with the replacement agenda committee.
Hello?
Oh, hi. Hi, this is Taylor Blythe with the replacement agenda committee calling about your interview. Is this an okay time?
Yes, this is perfect.
Okay, awesome. We apologize for the delay. We had a bit of a mix-up in our records, but thank you for picking up our call. Just to confirm, could you state your name and which seat you're applying for?
Yes, so my name is Pedro Ruiz-Rubio, and I'm applying for the Information and Communications Committee seat.
All right, awesome. So how this is going to go is I'm going to ask you 3 general questions, and you're going to have 4 minutes to answer them, and then 1 minute of technical questions that have to do with the INC seat. So are you ready to begin your interview?
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. What is your motivation for applying to this seat?
Yes, so my primary motivation in applying to this seat is, and I touched upon this last week, is just, I think committees have a special opportunity to work a lot more internally within Senate, and I think that's something I definitely want to be a part of and want to excel within, because at the same time you have the opportunity to write pieces of legislation, kind of work with the university, work with kind of your constituents, but I really would love the opportunity to work a little bit more internally and host events that kind of promote a sense of belonging and community within Senate, and yeah.
What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
Yes, so outside of my time serving as the president for Gators of Tomorrow, I have worked in UFSG in many capacities. As a cabinet, I was director of interfaith affairs this past semester, and then under agencies, I was an AD of finance for Young Leaders Conference and a director of hospitality for Accent Speakers Bureau. In these roles, I have exemplified the ability to communicate professionally, work in a timely manner, and kind of put the tasks at hand at the primary.
What ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
Yes, so my biggest ideas is just being a little bit more into the Instagram. I touched up on it last week, but I really wanted to incorporate day in my life. It was really cool to see Ari host one before the Tuesday meeting,
something called a journal to each director and AD throughout the year. And it's basically an opportunity of, if they're the one holding the journal during a specific meeting, then they get the opportunity to share what they're working on or have worked on throughout that semester. So I think that would be a really cool opportunity, whether we do that through the Instagram or at Senate, maybe afterwards, maybe during like a new senator or during a retreat. I think that would definitely be a cool piece of programming to add.
Right, thank you. We're now going to move into the technical questions. So what are the events that INC plans during the fall and spring semesters, and when do they need to be held?
Yes, so INC hosts two primary events. It hosts the Senate retreat and then the new senator orientation. The Senate retreat cannot be held earlier than the second week of classes and then no later than 7 days before the first day of final exams. And then new senator orientation needs to take place by the third Senate meeting of the respective term.
Right, and the last question I have for you is, do you have any questions for us?
I do not today.
All right, thank you so much for coming into your interview, and you'll be hearing from us shortly. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Taylor. You as well. Bye.
So, alright, ready for the next one? Mary?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Good, how about yourself?
Good. How's preview?
Preview's good.
Good.
I got a good little group today.
Yes.
Yes.
Love to hear that.
They're all really, really interested in everything, which is so good.
Oh,
I love when they ask
so
questions.
refreshing.
Yeah.
That's probably better than
They just sit and stare.
All right, before we get started, can you just state your name and what seat you're applying for?
Yes, Alex Montgomery and the permanent off campus.
All right, awesome. This is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be a 5-minute interview. I'm gonna ask you a few general questions, and then I'm gonna see if you have any questions for us.
Okay.
Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
All right. Your first question is, what are your motivations for applying to the Student Senate?
Yeah, so I'm very motivated because of my experience as an out-of-state student. So, you know, before I came to UF, I didn't really have many friends and didn't have a community built here. And at the end of my first year, like reflecting back on this past year, I really made some amazing, genuine friendships and like really built up a great community. So I want to give back to UF through Senate and try and make as much, you know, tangible impact as I can to the incoming and current students.
What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
So this summer I'm working as a review staffer, which has really helped me with my skills of definitely being organized and really working in a professional atmosphere and working in detail-oriented tasks that I believe helped me with my Cal Summer A replacement seat that I've held the past few weeks, which has been such a great way to kind of get involved in Senate. And after the past few weeks, it's really been such a great experience, and I really want to be able to continue, you know, some different ideas that I've been thinking of, and really get involved with student government.
What ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
Yeah, so I saw a few senators that were kind of working on a project with College of Agriculture and Life Sciences Florida Youth Institute. I was a part of the Florida Youth Institute program whenever I was in high school and even went to the global conference. And I serve as an expert panelist for Dr. Emerson, who is the director of recruitment for students in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. And it's such an amazing program, and I definitely think an idea that would help like better promote that organization would be collaborating with INC and definitely collaborating with the college counselors with FYI's program and using like social media platforms to expand that program and reach out to incoming high school students and college students to apply for college counseling. It is such a great program and really does do such an amazing job educating students in food insecurity and just agriculture education. Another idea that I thought would be really beneficial for students would be to partner up with UFPD or local organizations such as GEMRU and teach CPR courses or classes to students on the Rights North Lawn. I think that's a very valuable thing that students could have if they're ever in a situation like that. Just an everyday student, a journalism student could potentially save a life. I think that's very impactful and something that's really great to just put on like a resume to show different employers like, hey, I have these basic life-saving skills. So yeah, I think those are just a few ideas that come to mind.
So, last question we have for you is, do you have any questions for us?
I do not today, but
No problem. Well, thank you again so much for coming into your interview, and we'll get back to you very soon.
of course, thank you.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna squeeze you in.
Yeah.
That's okay. Oh my goodness.
Okay, actually, how we doing?
I actually don't.
We can get real comfortable.
I mean,
But like
we
it's
could
not.
just
It's
throw
not.
like what?
Or I can just sit on the.
Also on the floor. We can't.
Oh, we can't. Yeah, that was like.
We've been trying. It's like
There-
stuck.
Wait, I can
together.
sit here. Or I
Look,
can.
we
Yeah.
need a chair.
Yeah, I can sit there.
I can sit there. I'm moving. No more
Yeah, 'cause these
questions.
tables are bolted together, so.
Which we learned very slowly, actually. Took us a couple of tries.
Can someone share the minutes with me? For today?
Yeah. I
Thank
gotcha. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Is the next one? Who's the next one?
Lily,
She's on the phone. Yeah.
this is recording, are you calling?
Mm-hmm.
And then timing, are you timing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We only missed one person. It's interview.
It's okay.
But we made it up, so we're good.
Okay.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Kate Fenbrock, Senate.
Hi,
Oh,
this is Lily
hi.
Gomez.
Sorry.
Sorry, my phone is doing something weird.
Yeah, it's okay. A lot of phones do that sometimes. How are you?
I'm good, how are you? How's your day going?
Good so far. I was calling with the Replacement Internet Committee about your interview today. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. If you could state your name and then the seat you're applying for.
Awesome, so my name is Lily or Liliana Nunez, and I'm applying for the off-campus replacement seat.
Just to clarify, you're applying for the replacement seat or the open permanent seat? Because right now I have you down for the
Sorry,
open permanent
the
seat.
open permanent seat.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, a little bit about what you can expect. It's just gonna be 5 minutes of general questions. Just be wary of time though, because I will cut you off once that 5 minutes is up. So whenever you're ready, we can go ahead and get started.
Awesome, I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay, great. First question, what are your motivations for applying to the Student Senate?
So I've always had a passion for getting involved in leading in communities that I'm a part of, and I think that Senate is a really special place where students can get involved and really make an impact in what they're doing. I think this is one of those organizations and things inside the university that, students can join and they immediately have that impact. They're immediately placed into this, they're going to Senate meetings, they're trying to get bills passed, and I think that's a really special thing in the college that I can immediately begin making a difference, and even getting involved, talking to students, and really getting myself out there to make a positive impact. As well, I hope to be a lawyer in the future, so I think that Senate really aligns with my ideals of using my voice to uplift others and help others and just create that positive change that I think we all want to make. As well, recently I was given the ability to work on the previous campaign, and in that I was able to meet the different people that are involved in the Senate and involved in the campaign, and it was just so amazing meeting all the people and seeing how driven everybody is and seeing how involved everybody is, and it kind of inspired me even more to get involved in the Senate and continue being a part of such an amazing group of people. And as well, I just feel like everybody inspires kind of greater campaign in the spring, but during the summer I'm going to have the chance to be a replacement senator for the off-campus, and I think that's going to be a really great opportunity for me, and that's why I think that this would be a great spot for me to continue getting involved. I already have my feet wet, so in the summer, so then when I start in the involved, such as, the Rules and Ethics Committee that I think also aligns with things that I'm interested in, upholding accountability, upholding, positive leadership, and I hope to get involved with that in the summer, but if not, definitely if I'm able to be a part of the Senate in the fall, I would love to further get involved and further make an impact.
Awesome. Next question, what experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
So first I'm going to talk about, I'm currently a Warrington Welcome Peer Leader in the business school. In that, I'll be teaching a class of around 25 students starting in summer. I think this is a really important opportunity that, I've kind of given myself that I'm able to work on my leadership, I'm able to work on my communication, but as well I think something that especially relates to Senate is that I'm involved with students and I'm hearing about their needs, I'm hearing what they want to learn, I'm hearing what they want to learn about, and I'm immediately implementing that. The next class I'm working on my lesson plan, I'm implementing things that I think they need to learn about, and I'm hearing their needs and I'm putting that into real life, and that directly relates to Senate because we want better the students and better their everyday lives. So I think that's really important. I kind of have the skills of working with students, hearing their needs, and then implementing that. As well as I just spoke about, I was working on a campaign, and I think that gave me that really good experience of learning about the election process, learning about how everything works, and just again getting to know people. But it also taught me how rewarding Senate could be and how rewarding the whole process can be of putting in the work and then seeing the results. And as well as I also just mentioned, I will be the replacement senator for the summer. So that's a really important opportunity for me that if I do get this position, already kind of know how it works because I just previously did it during the summer.
Great. And then next question, what ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
All right, so since I'm applying for the off-campus role, I think something that I kind of came up with and I think could be really special is kind of like Rate My Professor. I was thinking of doing like an off-campus housing resource guide and kind of working with other members on the Senate to get this, implemented. So kind of like how, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Rate My Professor, but it's that I want to do with almost apartment buildings. So coming from experience, I'm a rising sophomore, but I lived on campus last year and I'm still going to live on campus. So I feel like I didn't know everything that I was getting myself into when I signed my lease. So I think this will alleviate a lot of the issues that students have moving off campus because now you can kind of rate your buildings, you can rate your experience, and just kind of help make the housing thing, like the housing market, more transparent. As well, my second idea is to help install postal services at the rights union. Right now, returning packages for off-campus students can be a little bit of a hassle, if I do say, coming from personal experience. If we had a postal office at the rights union, I think it'll just help with accessibility for off-campus students. Right now, the only options are by the bathhouses or on Archer, and that's just kind of hard to get to if you don't have transportation. And finally, kind of on that transportation, I would like to implement a moped repair shop. Right now, we have the bike repair shop, and I think that mopeds are obviously a common mode of transportation for off-campus students, and just having this would make it more affordable, reliable, and convenient for students, which I think is really important, especially as an off-campus senator, that we have this shop that could just make things better for something that's widely used by off-campus students.
And that is time. Moving into just wrapping up the interview, do you have any questions for us?
Yes. So is it just, like, who am I speaking to? What's your experience in the Senate?
Yeah. So this is Kate Finbrock, and currently I serve as the Senate Pro Tempore to the President. And before that, I was Majority Party Leader, I was Information and Communications Chairwoman, and I was just like an off-campus senator as well when I first started, and I still, that's like still the constituents I represent. And yeah, that's kind of been a little bit of my positions within Senate.
Awesome. So I guess my question for you is, what has been the most rewarding part about working in Senate or on campaign, and kind of what has that taught you, and how has that helped you become the person you are today?
Yeah, so I would say within Senate, one of the most rewarding things is making this like really big school feel a lot smaller. I think we're really able to do like changeable things that you don't really expect to be able to do like with such a large campus. So I think not only seeing like the initiatives that I've done, but initiatives that senators within the chamber have gotten done has just been super cool and kind of transformed the way I've looked at the university. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And with that, that will just be kind of the end of the interview. We'll be getting back to you shortly. Oh, and before we go, just to clarify, will you be able to meet Tuesday Senate meetings at 7:30 like every week? for your time today.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing rest of your day.
You as well. Bye. Okay. Are they in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler? Tyler?
Oh, other Tyler.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Brooke is on a little bit of a time crunch.
Okay.
So is it okay if I switch with her?
Yeah,
Really
totally.
fun.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good man.
No, seriously.
Hi guys, so sorry.
Hi. No worries.
No, we were
It's
just.
okay.
I'm on the clock right now. I'm so sorry.
No worries. It's okay. We'll try to make it as quick as possible.
Yeah, no worries.
If you could just start by stating your name and then what seat you're applying for.
Alright, awesome. I'm Brooke Beery and I'm applying for a permanent seat off campus.
Awesome. And then with that, we're gonna jump right in. It's gonna be 5 minutes of general questions, so just be wary of time. When that goes off, we will cut you off. So just be ready for that. And to start, what are your motivations for applying to the Student Senate?
I wanted to get involved in Senate because I feel like I have a lot of innovative ideas to offer. I feel like I have a lot of good experience that would make me a good candidate for this role. I love helping out like UF. I'm a previous staffer, so just being able to really make impact, like hands-on, would really mean a lot to me, and I feel like it's something I'm really interested in doing.
Awesome. What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
I feel like a good amount of experience coming in. I did student government in high school. I know it's very different, but I feel like I got a good idea, and even just my short time in summer Senate has really opened my eyes and made me realize that I want to get involved in the Senate even more. Also, I just held a lot of leadership positions in high school. I feel capable and ready to take the next step and get more involved in my college. And obviously as a previous staffer, I also work with students hands-on, and I'm really able to, I feel like, make an impact there as well. So all of that combined, I was really looking forward to making a change here in student government.
Awesome. And then what ideas do you have if you were to be selected for this role?
I have a few ideas definitely in the making, but like I said previously, in a different interview, I really like this open forum idea of being able for students of all walks on campus to be able to come into Senate and really voice their opinions on like what changes that they want to see, and finding ways that we can implement to the best of our abilities things that will not only make a change that will be positive for them, but for student government as well. And I think this kind of collaborative tactic will really be good to get a feel for what the students are wanting, because sometimes I know also an anonymous forum, that way if they don't want to come in and maybe do a public comment because they have stage fright or whatnot, they'll be able to submit their ideas anonymously as well if they would like to do so.
Awesome. And then last thing, do you have any questions for us?
What made you guys want to get involved in Senate?
That's a good question. I think kind of similar to you, I did student government in high school, and it always was just super fulfilling, and my friendships overall were awesome, and just the change I was able to make at the school, that when I came here, it kind of felt like a no-brainer to try to do it on a bigger scale, so that was kind of what got me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I was just kind of like you, interested in making a change, and then I'd say the people within Senate kind of kept me wanting to be more and more involved. Love working with all these people, love getting things done, so it's a big thing for me.
Yeah, similar for me as well. I did student government in high school, and I always heard great things about the student Senate and student government in general here at the school. And then I just have a big passion for like being a voice for the voiceless and being able to represent my constituents from all walks of life on campus. So that definitely motivated me to kind of take the steps to join the Senate.
Some average of all those answers.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, thank you guys so much, and thank you for taking your time to allow me to interview you guys.
Yeah, we'll be getting back to you shortly, so
Yes.
yeah, enjoy the rest of your
Next
day.
break.
Yay! Thank you guys. Have
Yeah.
a good one. Bye.
No.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for doing that. That was
Yeah,
very
that was-
kind.
Of course. I saw her
Yeah.
before, and I'm like, oh, you're definitely on a crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great to see you all again.
Yes, you as well. We're gonna go ahead and jump right in. If you could just state your name and then the seat you're applying for.
Tyler Tyson, off-campus permanent senator.
Great. And then a little bit of what to expect. It's going to be 5 minutes of general questions, so just be wary of time because we will cut you off once that time is up. Before we get started, just to clarify, would you be able to make Tuesday Senate meetings at 7:30 every week in the fall?
Yes.
Okay, great. And with that, the first question, what are your motivations for applying to the Student Senate?
When I applied to Senate to be a replacement, I definitely applied because I wanted to continue with Senate. Everything that I get myself involved in, I don't want it to be just a one semester thing. I want it to be my complete entire college experience. And being a senator so far has been so rewarding in being able to see what actually goes into some of the decisions that are made on campus. And I really would like to be a leader as well, especially for my constituents being off campus, and come up with some good ideas, but also listen to some of the ideas that my constituents have and be able to actually put those in place. I'm not a man of just listening to things and just going about my business. I'm a man of actually getting things done. So in being a senator year round, I would actually like to get everything that I say that I want to get done.
Awesome. What experiences do you have that would make you a good fit in this position?
So I am extremely involved on campus, being in the Freshman Leadership Council, the Florida Leadership Academy, and Florida Tech Pathways. And I've seen through those organizations how valuable it is to have a governing body looking over what they're doing and making sure that they're staying on track, and also listening to everybody's points of view in that organization, and being on the leadership side of things in making these organizations better. And that's also what I want to do with Senate, of making Senate better, but also enacting some policies that would help my constituents off campus. And I definitely think through my experience with case competitions as well, I have great data analysis skills and making sure that I'm looking for things that I can actually get done, but also looking on the financial side as well with my business background and seeing if it's actually feasible financially as well.
Awesome. And then what ideas do you have if you would be selected for this role?
So first of all, I think one of the big problems I've experienced myself is the Wi-Fi connectivity on the perimeters of campus is especially lacking. And from my own experience also, a lot of people like to study, especially on the University Ave side, going across the road, and the connectivity, such as if you go and grab lunch at Chipotle in between class, you don't have that good Wi-Fi connectivity over there. And I think working with UFIT and just advocating overall for better connection would definitely help off-campus students and students overall who are going across campus. And then secondly, I definitely have heard a lot of students voicing a passion about getting a certified testing center, but I don't think that's as feasible financially. So instead, I propose that we could do a setting up of different study rooms with the technology needed for them taking the exams, such as webcams, better connectivity, lockdown browser support, things like that that could convert regular study rooms into new testing centers. And then thirdly, I think a 1.UF discount page where local Gainesville businesses can post discounts and deals on 1.UF so students can see all those deals and promotions going on. I think that would be absolutely amazing, especially for the financial side of students' backgrounds. I know personally myself, I am supporting myself financially through college, and seeing those deals and discounts on one centered platform would be absolutely amazing for supporting my own finances. And then also just promoting the .edu email, because you can get a lot of discounts from that as well. So I think it'd be great to put on 1.UF, and I know Kate, you've had experience working with 1.UF, so I would love to coordinate with you on that as well.
Awesome. Love that idea. Do you have, finally, just to wrap things up, do you have any questions for us?
Yes. So what are some initiatives, particularly off campus, if you can recall, that students have, 4 senators have proposed in the past that have not been able to be enacted that a new senator could take on?
Somebody have. Are you saying like ideas that people proposed and couldn't happen, or just like didn't happen and we want to see happen?
Wasn't fully planned out,
Like,
or wasn't fully executed?
That's a good question.
Sorry to stop you.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to think of something like recently.
Can you say it one more time? Sorry.
Yeah, so
Like-
have there been any ideas as of recent that have been proposed but haven't been fully enacted yet?
That is a good question.
I know. I feel like everyone that I've been talking to, at least like recently, or like during my time on exec, their ideas, like they're still in the process of working on them,
Yeah.
or they have happened, honestly, which is a great thing. I think it's probably a good thing that we can't come up with an answer right now.
Seriously.
Um,
I will say a lot. There's been a couple of times when we've tried to work with the building for pantry, and there's been